finally agreeing. She's like, come into the lagoon, come into the lagoon. I've got my nose in the window yelping, and she's like, there's loads. I'll put them in this jar. Pretty big, stand there. I think all over the years, sort of doing performing and stuff. I think there's a few girls in between, you know, but I didn't go off sort of shagging in the toilets or anything like that, you know.
Do you know anyone who did?
Oh, well, I know one or two. There's one or two, you said. To whack on the door. Oh, come on, hurry up, go on, open the door there, you know. And she had one of those hangovers this morning where you wake up but you feel fine, you know, it's like 5:30 in the morning, and she's like, I'm up about feeling fine. She's basically still pissed. She's like, from the postman. And she's actually, you wanted me to make a breakfast, you know, and it's like 5:30, you know what I mean? We had one of those pathetic rows, one of those rows where you compare every job you've ever done for each other ever around the house in your entire life. And she's got like files and graphs and everything. And she'd go, I remember February 1987. I said, I do the pots and you empty the bins, but as we can see, there's an underlying trend. I do all the work, you sit on your fat ass all day watching Sky Television with your mate. And I said, no, but I'll tidy. She goes, you don't tidy. No. You create piles. And she said, how many times have I cooked for you? How many times? I said, I don't know. She goes, 2,222. And how many times have you cooked for me? I said, I don't know. She goes, 4. 2 fish dish, 1 cheese on toast and a spaghetti bolognese. You never let me forget, never. And I'm like, yeah, but it was nice, wasn't it?
What about sex? Do you ever get groupies coming up to you at the comedy store?
Yeah, in fact, I met quite a long. Well, I went out with a girl for a year that I met once at the comedy store, and it was the most foolish basis for a relationship because she was heckling me throughout the show, but nonsensical, just like, and I, you know, I had to keep putting her down. I was getting big laughs from her, but I kept looking at her thinking, oh, she's gorgeous, and yeah, I ended up sleeping with her that night and went out with her for a year, but then she started hitting me. So I should have guessed that from the beginning.
It's quite an extreme way of dealing with a heckler, to actually sleep with them and go out with them for a year.
I know, you sort of wish the whole audience could be there.
Somebody said, hey, it's hip to be Scottish nowadays. It's good we're Scotland because what a film industry we've got. We made a fantastic film, Braveheart, right on Scottish soil, in the Republic of Ireland. Bollocks. Did you not enjoy it? No, you don't. Are you Scottish? You're not. You're English, but you thought it was bollocks. Was she Scottish? You thought it was bollocks on her behalf then, did you? Hang on, darling, I'll let them know. Bollocks! There, that's him told. I enjoyed it. Some people didn't like it. Billy Connolly, he thought it was a pile of Australian shit. Yeah, well, I assume that's what he said. I read about it in The Guardian, and it said SH*T. Well, that one had me puzzled, I'll tell you. People said it was historically inaccurate, and they said, what about Mel Gibson's accent? Like, people in Scotland complained about Mel's accent. I don't think anybody south of Carlisle cared. I don't think there's people in Cleveland, Ohio going, what was Mel Gibson's accent all about? That was never Stirling. That was Betsy Dundee peeping in there. It was awful. I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed it. It was made for me by a guy sitting 5 rows in front of me in the Odeon in Glasgow. And I don't know if you can remember, if you didn't enjoy the film, even you will remember this. At the end, the impassioned voiceover that comes up, it says, and I quote, in the year of our Lord, 1314, patriots of Scotland, starving and outnumbered, charged the fields of Bannockburn. They fought like warrior poets. They fought like Scotsmen and won their freedom. I'm choking up just saying it, I really am. They fought like Scotsmen and won their freedom. Cut to this guy 5 rows in front of me in Glasgow, standing in his seat by now going, too right we did! Oh, showed them a thing or two, oh aye. I'm going, we? Oh aye, I was there. They fought, ladies and gentlemen, like warrior poets. No wonder we were always getting beaten. Now, if you just put the spears down, I have an ode. Quick, hit them with a limerick, we're losing.
think I'm quite an ecological type of person, but there's always this bad news about the environment, isn't there? What with the hole in the ozone layer getting larger across the Antarctic all the time. A great suggestion from Arthur Scargill. He suggested we should comb them across from the equator. And, you know, the cars are to blame, aren't they, for all this ecological damage? They are. They're all to blame. They are. And not only that, cars have got really cocky lately. They've got really cocky. They have. They've started talking. Because a couple of weeks back, right, I heard this van actually says, stand clear, the vehicle is reversing, stand clear, the vehicle is reversing. And then this other car next to it said to me, do you really think you can wear that jumper with that skirt?
It was marvellously exhilarating when you had a great night, but the constant fear of vandalism, basically, hooliganism. And as compere, it was your job to deal with that. And I got very aggressive and very sweary and pretended to be ever so dead hard, which of course was pathetic. But, you know, I suppose with the mic and everything, you know, you kind of had some power.
I'm a man and everything, you know, and either that or a woman has really let herself go. It's not easy being a man. No. I had to get dressed today. And there are other pressures. And men get a very hard time in the female media. You go to a woman's magazine, they're always doing these surveys, you know, in between the ads for alligator bath mask and Chanel ear loops. And they put in the, you know, surveys. What do you want from a man? And women always come out with the same kind of thing, you know. They go, oh, I don't know, just some kind of physical, psychical, intellectual melding, really. So you get that oceanic feeling, and you can create an environment where child-rearing and continual exploration of the existing relationship is still possible. That'll be okay. And then they go to guys, and invariably they go to some fuck pump called Wayne, and they how about you then, huh? And he goes, I don't know, knockers, way! And maybe some of those crisps that taste a bit like pizza, Not all men are like that. I know two guys in Spain. And the other pressure on men comes from male media. You know, you get a lot of stuff from, you know, GQ and Brum and Trousers, all that stuff. And intimidating stuff like, you know, health, wealth, style, success, all those intimidating articles like brush your teeth and your hair. Fuck off. And
You sometimes get wound up by hecklers, I think, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes I suppose, yeah. I get wound up by virtually, you know, Samaritans, anything. It doesn't matter to me.
What's the heckle down there you've enjoyed most or least?
The one I've enjoyed most, I think, was, you know, I get 50s throwback a lot when I'm walking down the road. I get heckled in the street, so, you know, I'm sort of used to it on stage. But there was one bloke, and there was a lull in the show, and there'd been a load of heckling, and he'd obviously waited for this moment to do his heckle, and he went, 60s! And like, not only had he forgotten what the joke was, but he didn't realise why it was funny in the first place. But that one I particularly enjoyed. I've had that twice, actually.
a big health scare on for men as well for testicular cancer. That women don't get that so much. So it is a very scary thing there because you have to look for a lump in a bag of lumps, and that can take a long time. And you have to, you know, and you can't tell anybody if you find anything because you know what will happen. They'll lift you through the streets going, lump, 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 and throw you in prison. And then little men will come in and beat you with waffles. That's what happens. They cover it up, but that's what happens. And it's a very difficult thing to do because, you know, you're a man and you have to touch yourself to examine yourself. And as a man, you're designed to be aroused by most naturally occurring phenomena on the planet. You know, see a big bag of wheat or a bit of falling masonry, that can get you going. So to actually touch yourself can be very dangerous. You can have 30 erections and pass out in the street. And it's incredible what men will interpret as sexual, though, you know. Did you see the way she looked at me before she told me to fuck off? Anything. It doesn't really matter.
With stand-up, it's that fine line, you know, unless people are actually listening, a lot of the humour, unless people are really tuning into it, you couldn't pick up on it. It has to be really in their faces. You know what I was like? 6'4" and black coming up to you saying, hello! You say, hello, and you just laugh, didn't you? You panicked a bit, you know.
So you started off as a street act then, really?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Busking, really?
Busking. I had to subsidise the income, because, you know, in the early days for chefing, used to get nothing, you know. When I first started off at Very's restaurant, I was on something like £60 a month. Yeah. It was real peanuts, you know, and you really had to graft. It was a lot of long hours. And we always did split duty, so when I used to finish in the afternoon, I used to sort of run down there, get me gear on, run down onto the cobblestones, do your bit, come on people, gather round, and, you know, and the money, we'd sometimes pick up about 35 quid or something like that, just from the punters in the street, and, you know, that was like 2 weeks' wages, you know, like, whoa!
I'd like now to do a quick opera, if possible. This is a little environmental song. Hold on, get the equipment working. Go on, spring to life. We've got to stop the destruction of the environment. Otherwise the creatures of this earth will rise up and take back what is rightfully theirs. Yeah, we want trees, not factories. Yeah, think about it. They are listening as we speak. Some of them have ears on their knees. Yes, you know of whom I speak. They will take us and they'll make us human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation. The locust squats upon the leaf. He's just biding his time. The human world that he surveys, he thinks one day all this will be mine. The spiders are not insects, but in a war they probably side with the insects. Traitors, spiders, traitors, they'll betray us and they'll make us human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation.
You miss the Comedy Store?
I do actually. I think it's that kind of that weekend thing where, you know, you're performing on a. You used to sometimes you start on the Thursday, you do the one show and you do a couple of shows Fridays and Saturdays. It was just nice. It was nice to get out there. It's that challenge, wasn't it? It's that buzz that you get. All performers miss it when they leave it.
The insects used to be our brothers. Along came pesticide, and on that day our friendship died. And poured boiling water down ants' nests couldn't have helped. We have betrayed the trust of the bees and the locusts. There are some angry bugs, too many salted slugs. When will the madness end? We can't find it, we look inside a different world we thought we'd lost, but if we look we're sure to find it in the place we thought it was. It must be here, it's here somewhere. I only put it down just now, a kind of world that's not unkind, but if we look we're sure to find it. There it is. No, that's not it. There's one behind it. The big one. No, give it, big one. Bit further down. Second row down. The big strip down. Put it down. That's the one, mate. Then I know that I'll be free, because I'll have found the insect in me.
There were a few nights which were sublime, which were, for me, will stand as the best sort of performance moments I've ever had, either watching or being on stage, when somehow an improvisation took flight because of the people in the theatre, in the tiny piss-poor little strip club, in front of that glittery curtain.
What about the worms, eh? Yeah, iron up your car. They're thinking, I'll be driving that one there. Imagine that worms driving your car. Have you thought about it? I've thought about it. We're going to stop them. Stop them before it's too late. What we're going to do, we're going to harness the worms, ride around upon their backs. We are superior, we are intelligent, we are the humans, these are the facts. Ha ha ha! Imagine the nightmare of having an insect boss going into work. Good morning, Mr. Wash. Ah! Oh, waiter, never, never, never shall be human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation. Oh, human slaves in an insect nation.